So that making sure that all precautionary, that my security architecture is good, so that no one is able to infiltrate.
Yes. Now you're correct. So
Yeah.
availability is not only about the security measures or the encryption or whatever it is, but it is also about the redundancy of the infrastructure or the information which or the infrastructure holding that information. If you're saying about this, let's say if you're talking about this server which is holding that information, so whenever an end user or customer is trying to access that information, he or she should be available. So normally the best practice that is being followed is you have a redundant server available in active passive mode in your primary location, and the similar setup is available in your secondary location. So if at your
Okay.
primary location, if at your primary location your first server, your primary server goes down or your active server goes down, it will do an auto fail over to the secondary server.
Hmm.
And for whatever reason, if your entire primary location or primary site is down, let's say there's a flood, there is a power outage, or there is any antisocial element, or whatever it is. So your entire traffic that is being routed or routed from the primary location, that will be transferred to your secondary location, which is geographically in another area, another site. So
Yeah.
even if then in the secondary location, or normally what is termed as DR site. So even there are two servers again set up in active passive mode. So even in DR site you have your primary server or an active server and a secondary server or a DR server. So this is with this we ensure the availability of the information, and yes, definitely, and over and above with these servers we can put whatever security measures we want in terms of encryption, security, authorization, and whatnot. Okay. Yes. Now, can anyone give the difference between cryptography and encryption? Can anyone volunteer themselves?
I can try.
Yeah, please.
Cryptography is the science of concealing the message with a secret code, like a secret key, which can be sitting in secret manager when it comes to cloud, or if it's on-prem, it could be some safe net type of program which you can utilize. But when it comes to encryption, that's the methodology of how you encrypt and decrypt the data. So that's the cipher. No, the cryptography is the cipher, and the encryption is the algorithm.
Yes, correct.
And to add that, the keys what you use, that would be under cryptography. Like, for example, if you're using like RES or some other keys, but the encryption is just like basically you encrypt the data and then decrypt it.
Yeah.
The process which we use is cryptography.
No, as RK has mentioned, encryption. In basically encryption, we use the keys. Yes, what she has said, and the algorithm that is being used, that is part of the cryptography.
AJ, where would the certificates sit when it comes to repudiation and non-repudiation? Is that a part of cryptography? Encryption is just the algorithm like AES 256 or beyond. But when it comes to different level of certifications, I believe it's probably cryptography, right?
Yes. It is the certificates are coming under the definition of cryptography. The last assignment was, I believe, the difference between cybersecurity and information security. So with that, if someone can want to try with that, and then we can move with the session. So Neil, Sunil sir.
So
Yeah.
information security is overall security that includes soft and hard everything, which is the information, the data which is in the organization. And cybersecurity comes under information security, especially the one which is web related or network related or internet related data, like applications, softwares, any those kind of data comes under cybersecurity, which external sources are trying to interact the data.
Okay. Is human resource coming under information security or cyber security?
Information security.
Okay. Anyone has any question with respect to yesterday's session? No. In that case, I'll start with the session for today. So network security, as you were discussing about the availability of the information from the CIA, right? Network security or networks is one of the key components. So no matter if you are very good with programming, you're very good with the application security or the AppSec, but until and unless you have an understanding of how a particular network works, uh, you won't be able to either attack offensively or defensively any of the network or the organization. So network is the underlying infrastructure of any of the information, any of the data that is, or any of the resource that is being available. So just I have some understanding on the basics of the network, how it was invented, what is the history about network, and what is the working of it. How does the network connection establish? So network, it was early named as ARPANET, which was used by the U.S. Defense Forces. Then probably in the 80s, they witnessed the development of the TCP/IP, which led to the commercialization of the internet. So earlier, when the U.S. Defense Forces, they were communicating among themselves from the battlefield to the main office or the main building or to the internal network or within among themselves, they were using a technology known as ARPANET. But when there was a recent development at that time on the TCP/IP protocol, that is Transmission Control Protocol or Internet Protocol. With that led to the commercialization of the internet, which was eventually released for the civilians. So if you say this, so in 70s it was ARPANET, which was only used in military and government agencies. The second generation of the ARPANET was AOL phase, when the email and the web browsing was released again over the internet itself. After ARPANET, when the internet was commercialized, then there was an email boom, the email and web browsing, which was released or developed, and then followed by that, the third generation was the mobile internet. So initially at the time of early 2000 or 2000 phase, mobile traffic eventually increased, and people were they moved from the overall big desktop or computers to the handheld mobile devices, and having the same experience what they had on their desktops. And then there is a fourth generation is the IoT, Internet of Things. The OSI model. So this is how the network is being established between a sender and a receiver. If you are connecting to my Zoom session, I'm connecting to the same Zoom session we are sharing data. There is a network communication that is being established. You are sitting in another part of the world. I'm sitting in another part of the world. Still, there is a connection that is being established among us, and we are exchanging some information. So, how does this exchange happen at the ground or at the lowest level? This is how it is. So, there are 7 layers of the network protocol, network layer or the connection establishment. So, so this physical layer is your actual data cable. When you might have seen that LAN cable you are connecting to your laptop when you're sitting on your in your office, or if you might have visited a data center, you might be seeing there are between the two routers or the switches, there's a LAN cable that is being established. So this is how the physical layer is there. Then there is data link layer. Data link layer is the second layer of this the overall connection. In this, sir, you also pitch in if I'm missing some points or you are saying.
Yeah, just let me share my screen.
Okay.
No, sir, just give me the access.
Just do it.
Not to this system, to another system, my name. No, sir, I can't share the screen. Between host disabled participant.
Can I try now?
And, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
See what's happened in previous days. So there are lots of
Can you start the recording as well?
Sorry?
Can you start the recording?
Yeah, you can start now. See, there is a company IBM. Then there is a company called Dell, HP. There are many companies who are making the computer system. So they are making on different configuration. And these all companies are making a different configuration. Like iPhone is making their own charger. Samsung is making on their own charger. So Samsung charger don't work on iPhone. iPhone charger don't work on Samsung. So it is finding very difficult when I take a computer from the IBM Dell. If you take a computer or server from the Dell to communicate, between all those three. So what happened? There is a centralized body which Anusha showed. So they made a one framework which is called OSI layer. OSI. This is called Open System Interconnect. So what it does, it separates, it creates 7 different layers. It's divide the computer system into 7 different layers. So these layers are called OSI models. Anyone have idea about this OSI model? You might have heard it, right? If you are into data security, DevOps, or software engineer, so you might have heard this OSI model. Anyone have idea about this? Hello.
Please do not throw the sausage pizza away.
Sorry?
So physical layer, right? So please do not throw the sausage pizza away. So you could, so P stands for physical layer, which would be in the bottom.
No, I will explain. See, it will start from the 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So first layer is a physical layer. What's happening in physical layer? All the physical connectivities means wires, cables, electrical signals. It comes under this physical layer. This is the first layer. Whenever I connect my system with another system, or as soon as I plug it into system, as soon as I power into system, it is called a physical layer. So what's happening in physical layer? It's work as a bit. Always remember, electrical signal work as a bit 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, whatever the data has been transmitted. So it is work as 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. So it is called a physical layer. And the second layer is called data link layer. Here comes as a frame. Bits become a frame. Your data converted into the frames. It's called data link layer. It is a layer 2. And then third layer is called a network layer. See, when we come into the network layer, all the networking protocol, as we progress, I will explain you what is a networking protocol. So when one system wanted to connect another system of different group, so from here you can connect. It's like one building. If two different networks they wanted to connect, they will connect from here. And the fourth layer is called transport layer. See, and now frame become a packet. The first layer bit, then frame, then the packet in network layer. When it comes to transport layer, so you open a Google, you open a Yahoo.com, some .com. So the application URL work on some ports. So this is on here. It's what is a port like port 80. Port 80, port 443. So those kind of ports are what here. This is layer 4. And when you come above, it's called a session layer. What's happening in session layer? When I connect to you or you open any Google, you might have seen the sessions are opening for 5 seconds, for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, then session is getting logged out, or you transfer a data. So once you transfer data, you might have seen for 5 minutes, I'm copying 1 GB to another system. So all this works from the here. Then comes a presentation layer. In presentation layer, if I speak in English, you speak in French. So I'm not able to understand my language to your language. So all the encryption and decryption performance happen on presentation layer. And then comes as the application layer on the 7th layer. So what is the application layer? All the communication like HTTPS, DNS protocol, all those things works here. So you have to remember these 7 protocols. These are the 7 protocols you have to remember. You have to learn. If today you are going to repeat 1 or 2 times, it doesn't matter. You are going to remember all those things. So it takes time, almost 4 to 5 days to learn all these physical layers. And once it is made a physical layer like this, divided into the 7 different layers, then IBM system is able to communicate to Dell. Every manufacturing, they started making their computer or server basis of this system only. So this is called OSI layer. And we have to memorize what is the function of physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, and the session layer. So this is a OSI layer, and then OSI layer turns into TCP layer, TCP IP model. Yeah. So this is the OSI layer. Then it turns into, as we progress, it turns into the TCP IP model. There is no difference in that. It is just 7, 6, and 5 is combined, called as the application layer. Anyone is leaving the meeting because I see people are leaving and joining again and again. So this 7, 6, and 5, that it's combined and become application layer, and all other layers are same because you see function of 7, 6 is almost same. So there's a reason it's combined, so it's made a one layer. It's called application layer, transport layer, internet layer, or network access layer, which is called the physical layer. If these two combines, this become a these two become it's become a network layer. Sorry, network access. Then this network layer become the internet, and then fourth is transport layer. As we go, we will understand what is the functionality of these 4 layers and these 7 layers. So we have to learn what is the functionality of this, application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport, network, data link, and physical layer. So I just want you to just see for 30 seconds, and one by one, let me know what you understand of these networks. So yeah, we'll just see that for 30 seconds, then I will ask everyone what is the functionality of this all the individual layers. So anyone wanted to try? Hello, I'm audible.
Have one question.
Okay.
If you see the picture on the right side, there's a center down receiver up. Could you please explain that too, please, after this?
Actually, I'm not able to hear your voice properly.
Could you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit. Can
Okay. I have a question about in the picture, there's a center and receiver, 2 arrows, center down arrow, receiver up arrow. Could you explain that after this?
which one? This one? This one?
In this, sir, is referring to the sender and receiver on the right hand side.
This one? Okay. See, yeah. Center and receiver, right? So what's happened? So this is a one when this is suppose this is a system. This is a system. This is one computer. As soon as I connect from the wire to another computer, like this. So this is the OSIs of 7 layer. 7, 6, 5, 7, 6, 5, 3. And here also one OSI layer framework works. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So this is a sender. If I'm sending a data from here to here, so this system A, this is a system B. It's become a sender. And this become a receiver. So this is what it says. If I'm sending from here to here, so all the packets, all the data from coming down to here and then going back to another system. So this is the meaning of this sender and receivers. Understood? Any doubt?
So once the application that flow touch physical layer, then it will transfer to another system. That is it right?
Yeah, right. See, if you connect one system, let me. It's like this is the OSI layer of 7 layers. So as soon as I connect my system from here, I'm connecting to here, like 7, 6, 5, 4 sequence number. As I'm sending a data, I'm sending from here. The data is coming here, then it is going here, then it is going up like this. This OSI layer, one OSI layer of my system is connecting to other system.
Okay, got it.
So this is the way as I told you, see, this is the IBM server or system. This is Dell system. So in previously, every manufacturing making a different model, different configuration so it was very difficult to communicate from one manufacturing to another manufacturer. So there's a reason this OSI layers comes in the picture, and it is it is a framework. In real, you hardly able to see all those things, but in this is a framework is developed so that just right now one of the example iPhone is also developing type C port so that every chargers work on iPhone. So similar way, this is a framework has been developed and made a mandatory to all the manufacturers so that one system can communicate to another system and without any issue. So as you see, this is OSI layer of one system, this is the OSI layer of second system. So when this IBM system sends the data, it's become a sender and it's become a receiver. So as soon as it sends the data, it sends from top to bottom and it receives from the bottom to top like this. So this is the OSI layer of one system talking to another system. Anu sir, over to you.
Thank you. I got it. Thank you.
Thank you. So, so whatever Indra sir explained right now, so it is just the how the different type of communication or different languages are being set up or understood by the computer system. But in actual, how does a communication establish between two computers or two systems? You see on the right hand side there is three-way handshake for establishing the connection. So with this solution or with this solution, a connection is being established, and once the connection is being established, the communication starts. So Sunil, Mrs. Sunil has asked a question that once the application, once the traffic from the application reaches to physical, and then it reaches to the receiver side of the computer or the system, physical to application. This is how the traffic or the packet or the data which is being exchanged. But to exchange the data, there should be a bridge between two systems or two computers. So that bridge is being established through three-way handshake. So how does a three-way handshake establish? Let's say if I am the sender and you are the receiver. So before we establish a connection, I'll be sending you a SYN packet. A SYN packet will be sent to you. So if you see here, SYN and ACK plus N1. So SYN is my sequence M on the upper side, the red line which you see from the client to server. So the client is sending a SYN packet to the receiver or to the server with the sequence as M. Once this particular packet or traffic or let's say a connection is established, once this packet is received from the server end, server acknowledges that packet and it sends back the same type of packet to the client with SYN plus ACK. So if you see here, the sequence of client packet was M. Now when and the server's SYN is sequence is N. So what server is sending back to receiver is sequence as N and acknowledge as M plus 1. Now when the when this particular SYN packet is received by the client end, client will acknowledge that to the receiver back that I have received your SYN packet. The SYN as ACK as N plus 1 and receiver ACK is acknowledge as N plus 1. So with this, the connection has been established. So let's say I'm sending you, whenever we are communicating or two computers are communicating, I'll be sending you a hello. If you receive my hello, you will send me back as hello as well. So with that, my hello is being received by you. Now you will be sending me a hello. Your hello should be received by me. So when I receive your hello, then we have a three-way handshake and with which the connection is being established. Once the connection is being established, the bridge is built between the two systems. And with that, now we can exchange the data, exchange the file, or start the communication. So this is how the basic network communication is being established. Was it too confusing, this SYN-ACK process?
Anu sir, give me the access to this system, admin,
You have it also.
to admin.
So will we get these slides so we can zoom better and see at leisure?
Slides, I'll have to check with internally. I'm not sure if you can share it or not, but we'll check and come back to you. But definitely you'll have the access to the videos.
I can't.
Yeah, I don't think we got the PPT from yesterday also. So
PPT, you have already got it. In the group, I have already sent the PPT.
okay, thank you.
Yes, sir, you have the access to your admin system.
See, in the system, are you able to see my screen? So we are going to see the how three-way handshake been established. See, this is a Wireshark. I'm just downloading it. See, on the desktop, if you wanted to see how three-way handshake work or how connection work, just download this Wireshark. What Wireshark does, it captures the packet, whatever the Anusar stored three-way handshake. So by this Wireshark, you are able to see all those things. Yeah. So this is a Wireshark and this is a connection. See, this is the connection what we are seeing. This is a three-way handshake. This is the packets are going on. If I open this, see, as I'm hitting to google.com, see, as I hit to google.com here, you can see these are the packets are going on. If you see here, see, see, this is the IP address of my system 192.168.43.69. Here you can see 192.168.43.69. It is communicating to all these IP address. So this is for the three-way handshake. You can see from this packet. And if I click on here, see you can follow those frames as I told you frames. It is work on the layer 2. Then Ethernet. Then what is the source? What is the destination? This is for internet protocol. So all those things you can easily see using the Wireshark. Wireshark is a tool which shows you all your communication, how your communication is working, how your system is working. See, and the
Indrish, can you give me the link to download it on Mac device?
yeah, I will. See, mostly this is used by network engineer to troubleshoot the system where your packet has been stuck, and in that way they are able to resolve all those issues. See, I'm pinging. I will show you what is the ping means and all those things. But for now, I'll just see here. All those traffic is see ICMP packets. The Zoom meeting is going on. That's the reason we are seeing so many packets are there. See, Zoom works on UDP. I will explain what is TCP and what is UDP. See, this is the packet. It's going from my system. This is my IP address. This is the source and this is the destination, and this is communication is coming to here. Here you can search by putting the IP address of your system. There's some issue. Here you can follow the stream by connecting any packet, and you can follow the stream. For that, you have to save. If you want to search anything for better way, so you have to stop. You can stop it. Yeah. Now, if you want to search it anything, you stop, and then you can follow this streams. Yeah. You can follow all those streams, packets, follow the UDP packets. So from the start to end, it will show you how your packet is getting communicated. See, this way you can see communication. We don't understand this language. So this is how you can call the inscription is working fine. See, this is the way. This is till here it is working as I told you. It is still frame is it is layer 2. Till here it is till my computer system, and then you can follow all those things. See, it is going outside. It is a network layer. It is going out of my system. So this way you can see this is a destination. This is a Google IP address. Sorry, not a Google. Sorry, Zoom's IP address, and this is port. This is layer 3. Going to destination, as I told you, port 8801. This is layer 4, and data is communicating outside. So this is layer 5 to 7. So this way you can see the 3-way handshake and OSI layer communication from one system to another system. I will share you the link. Anu sir, you can take over. Yeah. See, if you wanted to download, you just go here, download. Wireshark. So you have Mac, right?
We'll share that link later on post the class. Oh, I shall.
From here, you can download for any system, Linux, Ubuntu, Windows. So here you can
Should it
download.
be ARM disk image or Intel disk image?
This is only 80 MB system. You can download anything. If it doesn't work, you download this one. Simple this. Okay. And sir, over to you. I'm just stopping this.
Sir, is the Wireshark a reliable app?
Sorry.
Is
Can
this Wireshark app is reliable?
V11.
Reliable. Is it reliable app?
Yeah. When you say reliable, so what is your concern? Because it is being used for across the organization for troubleshooting and as an information security expert as well, to understand how to do a forensic when it comes to forensic investigation. Wireshark is being used even on real time and to understand the protocols. Because see, it is just a tool which as an end user or as a layman user, you won't be able to understand that when a communication starts. So what happens in the backend of your system? What is communicating to whom, and how does the connection establish? So let's say if you have a malware or a Trojan horse sitting on your system, how will you come to know? If even if your antivirus won't be able to detect it, how will you come to know that there is some suspicious traffic or suspicious communication being established to any other unknown identifier or resource?
Okay.
So yeah. So for that, if there is Wireshark is only used as a part of various tools whenever there is any suspicious activity or traffic which is being noted, which goes unnoticed by, let's say, antivirus or any other security tool you have. So what happens is even if you have your SIEM tool in the network or in the infrastructure, still okay. So how does the SIM tool works? So it will trigger any alert or any event that is being generated to any unknown source or any unknown traffic. But again, to raise an alert or to raise an alarm, there should be a severity defined against that such kind of traffic. And if you have and you if you as a security expert, you have designed a severity of low severity to that traffic, which goes unnoticed, or let's say if there is continuous data that is being data leakage that is being happening, and from your network to any attacker is trying to steal the information, and you have on your network you have set a utilization or a capacity that whenever the data traffic reaches a peak of 80% or 70%, an alarm should be raised. But the traffic which is being stolen, or the data which is being stolen, which is below 70, still how will you come to know? Because in that criteria, neither of your security tool or neither of your monitoring tool will be able to raise any alert or trigger any alarm for that. So then Wireshark comes into picture. If you see something suspicious, you can run a Wireshark on that system or on the network, and then you can figure that what is the suspicious traffic that is being that is being transacted over the network.
Suppose means if I am having 10 servers, then I will have to run Wireshark on every system, or
No, so you can either run it on the this thing your all the 10 servers, or you can run it centrally. So you can place that Wireshark on your perimeter device or your common device on where all these 10 systems are communicating or connected. So if you install it on that system, all the traffic that is being generated from your system or to the over the internet, you can really see the logs for that. As you have seen what Indresh sir has shown, he has also tried to ping Google, and there was a Zoom connection that was established. So the traffic logs which was shown, that was for Zoom as well as for Google.
okay, means
So
if
we have to
there is
run.
any
Go ahead.
means if we find any problem, then we'll have to run means troubleshoot it by using Wireshark, right? Or Wireshark will let me know what the problem is.
No, see, let's say if you have done all your investigation and still you are finding that there is something suspicious which your overall security system are not able to detect it. So, and see, Wireshark will not raise any alert or any alarm. If you are the cybersecurity expert of your organization, you know which system is communicating to which system. You have your destination IP address, you have a source IP address, and in that list, if you find any unknown IP address either at this sender side or at the receiver side, then that will lead to your further investigation.
Okay.
It is a self-learning tool. It is not that smart that it will raise the alert or raise the trigger for that.
See, what is a Wireshark? Wireshark is open source tool which many company uses to integrate into their alerting systems. So whenever you see any tools, they are giving you information of source, destination, where they are communicating is because of Wireshark. So what they are doing, they are integrating Wireshark into their system, and they are developing their system more robust. So this is a Wireshark. This is an open source tool. You can use it, and you can use for practical purpose, investigation purpose, network connection, troubleshooting purpose. So this is the reason we use the Wireshark, and this is the most reliable source, and it used across heavily across between the industries and between the exports. So any doubt, any question on this?
You will be teaching this how to troubleshoot using Wireshark afterward, right?
See, Wireshark, how to troubleshoot in Wireshark itself, it takes 10 hours of class. So just showed you how Wireshark is worked. So you have to go and explore on yourself from doing things. If there are every tools which take 10 to 12, 20 hours to explore and to become an expert. If I start teaching 10 hours, then class will not going to finish. I just showed you the Wireshark and how it is working and why we are using. And now it's on to you to explore all those things.
Okay.
So I'm just curious, like we will be having different other tools which monitor the like unknown guests who are coming into
Yeah,
the
as we are progressing the class, you will see introduction of tools. Like just now when we reached to three-way handshake, I showed you Aisha. The similar way as we progress in the class, there will many tools are coming in the picture.
Okay, so the Wireshark is only used for further investigations.
It is used, yeah, it is used for packet captures. You won't see able to see how one system is communicating to another system. So because of Wireshark, you can see technology behind what is happening between one system connecting to other system and where the packet is getting stuck. So all those things on the background you can see and you can troubleshoot. This is the one of the you just download the Wireshark. You just try to communicate to one of the example Google and see how these packets are there, and it is very easy. On the top of the side you can see the source and what is the destination. You just put source or destination, it will give you the complete frame, just way I showed you previously.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Sounds good. Thank you.
As an assignment, do one thing: download the Wireshark tool. Try to access whatever websites you want to access, your banking website, your google.com, amazon.com, whatever, and let Wireshark run in the backend. Once you are done with all your exploring and other areas, you try to analyze or understand at your side that you had access. So for you might have only accessed amazon.com, or by clicking on the amazon.com, you might have landed to some other pages of products and of to a certain category. So even those information with respect to pages and IP address, even the credential that you put into to your Amazon website or to your banking website, even that credentials get captured in the Wireshark. So once you do your browsing, try to read the logs. So once you read the logs, you yourself will understand. And if you have any doubt, then we can cover that in the next session. So unless and until you yourself, cybersecurity or any technical topic or technology discussion, unless and until you yourself explore it, you won't be able to understand or you won't be able to read it, because we are an industry expert. We will explain you what is being practiced or the best practice that is being followed across the industry. But to understand the basics of it, you have to have your own understanding. You have to have your own learning. Of course, whatever we have explained you, if you go with that for the job interview in the market, then you will be speaking our language or whatever we have explained you. You won't be able to explain it in your way. There would be a bit of lack of confidence among yourself, because whatever we have taught you, you are speaking to that. But if you explore it more and more, you will get yourself confident that okay, you have, because might be possible in this 8 weeks of session, we might, even while covering a particular topic, we might miss certain very minimal areas or very minimal topic of discussion for that matter. But if you explore it, then definitely you can bring that to the into the session. Even others will come to know about that. So it is recommendable that whatever tools or whatever topic we are covering, since we have a 1 week of gap, you can cover that. You can do your assignment. You can explore it. You can exploit that tool. So try to explore it. Try to explore it to the utmost level, and see what you learn from that. And even if wherever you are stuck, there is a help menu in every tool. As if you press F1, you'll get the help menu. You go through it, you understand everything. you can browse the network. There are certain websites which will help you explain that how that tool works, what are the key areas to look for, and we are anyways there to help you out in it. So far we have learned the establishment of TCP/IP model. The communication that is being happen, how packet exchanges different layers from sender to receiver, how communication established between sender to receiver with three-way handshake. Are we good till here?
Yes.
Great. Okay. So now we'll move into the network security part. So this was the networks. Now to the network security. Wireshark tool is just a networking tool, a network tool, which gives you an information about how does the communication establish, who is communicating to whom from sender to receiver, and if there are any credentials being exchanged or involved in this transaction, even that is a network tool. Now coming to the network security. So in network security, anyways, we have covered this CIA right in the network security, that is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So network security is one layer above the network. So what Varun has explained in the beginning, that availability of the information will be ensuring all the security measures. So now we'll be focusing on that part. Network we have covered. Now we'll be covering on the network security part. What are the most common?
Give me the access.
In this, you're saying something?
Yeah, just I'm saying give me the access. I'm just sharing the screen.
Okay.
I can't share the screen.
Which one you want?
Yeah, in my name. That system is got switched off.
You have the access now.
Yeah. Can you see the screen? Are you able to hear me? See, there is a two type of connection. Yeah, there is two type of connection. One is TCP. One is UDP. See, what is a TCP and what is a UDP? This is wired connection, and this is wireless connection. See, so what is meaning of wired connection and what is the meaning of wireless connection? See, so example here, any data like email, any messages, it should be delivered as it is. Like if I'm message sending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 10. So whenever I'm sending a message to 1 to 10, it should be delivered as 1 to 10. Like if I'm writing some email, so whatever the content I have wrote, so it should be delivered as it is. When it comes to wireless, all your videos, all your audios, its work as a wireless connections. So it doesn't matter if from I'm sending till 1 to 10, if two packet is getting lost, you doesn't matter. It should be delivered on time. So this is there is a two type of connection. One TCP, one is UDP. So you have to learn these two type of connection. So what is the example of UDP? It is video, whatever the video, whatever the audio we are sending, it comes under UDP connection. So whenever if just download the Wireshark and just try opening Zoom or any video, you might have seen UDP. So those are the things. It's work on UDP connection. And whenever you try to open the google.com website, so it's work on, you might see TCP connection because it is a wired connection. It should be come as it is. I'm sending a request. For UDP connection, it does not matter. So that's the reason you might have seen video is lacking, audio is getting dropped. So because of this is not a wireless. This is a wireless connection. So that's the reason you might have seen buffering and all those things. It does not matter whether data is whatever I'm sending, it is coming as it is or not. It should come on the time. So that is UDP's purpose. But what is the TCP's purpose? Whatever I'm sending, it should come receive me as it is. So that's the reason you might have seen buffering and all the audio dropping of all this connection. Just download the Wireshark and just try to open YouTube. So not YouTube, Zoom, all those things. So you might have seeing the packet is transmitting as UDP. And whenever you open Google or trying to send an email, you will see the packet is going as a TCP. So this is the one you have to learn and understand what is two type of connection, TCP and the another one is UDP. Anu sir, over to you.
Thanks for that. So as Indiresh sir has explained, the TCP/UDP package, so that is the most common protocol which is being used when it comes to the transfer of packet or transfer of data from sender to receiver. And yes, he has explained TCP is the most reliable protocol which gives you an acknowledgement. UDP is the unreliable, which is basically used for your audio and video traffic. So this is the basic difference between TCP and UDP. So in the if we consider that with the SYNAC process, that your acknowledgement is received, then only your next SYN packet is being sent. So in the UDP traffic, what happens is in UDP, as in, let's say, audio video, you might have seen that your audio is coming. You are able to listen the audio after your video or something in to and fro. So that is due to this because that is unreliable traffic, and that is due to this mismanagement in the SYNAC technology. That is what is UDP. Now, network security. So common network threats over the network. So we have discussed the left hand side of this slide, which is malware, phishing, social engineering, DDoS attack, insider threat, and data breaches. As in, the data breaches, most sensitive data is released on the public domain. Whereas network security measures against these are firewall. Firewall, you might have heard this firewall. The firewall is the acting as a gatekeeper, which basically filters your all unintended traffic and routes the traffic that is coming over the network to the destined system. That is what is firewall. IDS, IPS. It is basic. It is firewall is acting as the layer 3 of the TCP/IP model, the network security. Sorry, the OSI model. IPS, IDS. It is basically used as in the it filters your application layer traffic. Whenever there is a traffic, the suspicious traffic that is being received within the network, it will raise a trigger. So there is two things to it: IDS and IPS, intrusion detection and intrusion prevention. Detection will only detect and raise a trigger for you as a SOC manager, whereas IPS will even after raising a trigger, the action what you have designed against it, it will do that action. Either it will drop the packet, or it will so that it prevents entering into the network, or it will quarantine that particular traffic. That is IDS, IPS. Encryption, we have studied this as it is it is a mechanism used to encrypt a data or secure the data when it is in transit or at rest, so that it is not easily accessible to even to the authorized person in clear text. Access control is one of the other mechanism over the network security, where we say or where we ensure that the data is being transferred, the data is being accessible only to the authorized person, and also a need to know basis, and not like whenever he can access the data, he should do it. And even there are mechanisms that whenever a person is accessing a data, a log is being captured. Who's accessing that data? What is the activity that he or she has performed on that data, and for what time period? Again, that is coming as a part of log management, which is getting covered. Patch management is one of the thing, ensuring regular patches of not only of your systems, but okay, patching has again has three different subcategories to it. When it comes to patching, normally people or users think about system patching or antivirus patching, but it is a combination of all these things. Because for a end user or for a cybersecurity expert, any information, let's say you're talking about a web application, or we will take an example of Amazon.com. Amazon.com is a web browser. It is hosted on some Windows server, and Windows server will have an antivirus tool. So when it comes to patching, you'll ensure patching of all these three components: Amazon web server, Amazon application, or a web browser. So you'll definitely ensure the patching of Amazon. What is the reliable and the secure patch that is available for the Amazon? You'll ensure the patching of Amazon. You'll ensure the patching of operating system on which that particular browser is hosted, or that particular application is hosted. If it is a Linux server, so the Linux patching should be there. If it is a Windows server, Windows patching should be there. And to the what operating system it is being used. Now to the antivirus which is installed over that system or that server. So which is the antivirus which is being used? What is the latest patch available for that, and the secured one? So that is the patch management for you guys. Then there is network segmentation. Network segmentation is again another thing. Network segmentation is again another thing that is, let's say you are part of the HR domain, and there is finance team, there is HR team, there is accounts team, there is sales team. So if all are accessing a single source of data for their particular function, but even you as a network segmentation, you can put some restriction that though you are accessing a single source of server from the information, but there should be a segregation of what work you do with that data. And that segregation is happening at the network level. Again, that is called a VLAN. You might have heard LAN, WAN, MAN. LAN is local area network, MAN is managed area network, and WAN is wide area network. So LAN, is, again, there's a term for LAN is VLAN, that is virtual LAN. So with the IP address, you can create certain segmentation or certain segments and dedicate a particular area which is virtually segregated. So accounts team won't be able to access the data of the server. Sales team won't be able to access data of the HR team. HR team won't be able to access data of the marketing team. So that is being achieved as a network segmentation. As I mentioned here, divides networks into smaller segments to limit the impact of breaches and formatting. Then definitely the key most important area as in the security awareness training. Security awareness training is you educate people, because no matter how much secured solution you bring in place, you put into it, you have a state of the art SOC which is being available for the organization. But even after that, if you are not able to train your staff, train your employees, then it is very common to happen the security breaches, because as we have seen that most of the common threat that's happened is due to the insider threats. So this is a continuous practice where you have to keep on giving them the education with respect to the best practices of do's and don'ts, what to be done, what not to be done, how to ensure the security, where to close it, who are the stakeholders to be communicated to. That is a security measure that needs to be followed when it comes to the network security. Tools definitely will be learning, and again, as a part of cybersecurity expert, you have to either have an understanding of all these areas, or you have to work on all these areas. So these are your key forte where you have to work on those. Then there is basic network terminologies.
Anu sir.
Yeah.
So class, this in the next class we will understand what is the basic of networks and how networking is going to work and what is the terms and terminology used in the networks. So yeah, so till now you just whatever we have taught like CIA, Wireshark, three-way handshake, OSI layer, what is a TCP, what is a UDP, just try to learn and memorize those things, because going through video and whatever we taught it won't work. You have to learn and memorize. These things are you have to learn and memorize. And whenever you try to explore the Wireshark, you will get more knowledge on those things. So in the next class, we will start from the basics of the networks. Today we are finishing 10 minutes before, 10-15 minutes before due to the festivals, and which is we are extremely sorry for that. Yeah.